here on YouTube for some good old NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series racing. We are back and we are here once again for yet another week. For yet another race night here in Speed Week. We've got the season opener for the Craftsman Truck Series. We are ready for this one. They are showing Rams Race to the Seat, which we will be seeing the winner of that, who was Minnie Tyrell, I believe, who will be taking the number 14 seat in tonight's Truck Series action, as we will be getting ready for this one. And there we go. We are just chilling out here. Hopefully everybody's having a good time. Welcome on in. All right, there we go. There we go. All right, so yeah, we're just chilling out here. We are about 3 minutes away from the start time of the broadcast, and yeah, racing will begin here shortly. All right, so there we go. Welcome on in. Hopefully everybody's having a good time. We got a stacked lineup, by the way, tonight. But yeah, I'm gonna say, ironically, the top 10 actually doesn't look as stacked as it otherwise should. Now, granted, Michael McDowell up at second overall is really cool to see, especially as a Mike McDowell fan. But yeah, there's. Let's see. What else do we got? We got 7 people hanging out in chat already as we're getting ready to start this one up. Welcome on in. Hopefully, everybody's having a good time. Again, would love to hear you guys think's gonna win this race. So let's see. Where did Where did Cletus round out? Cletus will be starting from the 12th position. Travis Pastrana from the 13th position. Tony Stewart will be coming from 15th. Justin Haley, who is one of my, who was when I was talking with one of my coworkers this morning, that was one name I had circled as a potential race winner. Corey LaJoy will be rolling off 18th. John Hunter Nemechek 19th. Brendan Queen will roll off 22nd for his first truck race with the brand new Ram trucks. Stuart Friesen in his return to the seat will be start rolling off from the 24th position. Andres Perez de Lara will roll off from the 28th position in his new home in the 44 full time. Ricky Stenhouse Jr. making a one-off start will roll off 30th in the 45 car. And then you have guys like Minnie Tyrell will be the 37th starter, and that will round out kind of some of the highlights here from this one. Again, we also have McDowell, Hocevar up in the top 10 that you guys already can see, but there we go. Hey, Dave, how's it going? All right, we are chilling out here. Hopefully, everybody's having a good time. So, yeah, I'm excited, though. We got racing with real stakes here. We got, again, 20 lap stages, and then the final 60 laps to the checkers. It'll be interesting to see as we get in here and get ready for this one. So again, Tony Stewart returns to the seat. And something I didn't realize until I was watching qualifying earlier today. Literally, Ricky Stenhouse Jr. had never. This is going to be Stenhouse's first Truck Series start, which is just insane. I mean, I'm happy he's finally making a truck start, but I can't believe he never made a Truck Series start on his way to the Cup Series. And so I guess 2 Xfinity Series, or at the time, Nationwide Series would get you there. Yeah, there's Cletus coming out. Travis Pastrana. Again, a lot of star power in this field. So there we go, Daytona International Speedway. Again, Nice Motorsports is putting together is a big part of a lot of these. Pastrana, Cletus, and Stenhouse will all be driving Nice Motorsports equipment here. There's Tony Stewart driving the Colleague Ram there. Number 25 is the number Stewart will be racing with on the side door. There's Travis Pastrana getting ready for his one. And oh man, Logano looks so out of place in the booth without the hair. It's like it is throwing me for a bit of a loop there. He also looks about 20 to 30 years older than he was. Never been so excited for a truck race. I feel like that is the sentiment across a lot of us. Yeah, Stenhouse, Stewart, McFarland, Butterbean, Pastrana, McDowell, Hocevar. I mean, the fact that we get all of these in one race, because obviously McDowell, Hocevar, I believe were both in it last year. But yeah, it is a stacked lineup, and really, you're going to be hard pressed to try and find a winner that isn't going to be a fun story. That isn't a fun storyline. I mean, Caden Honeycutt. I'm excited to see how he does in that number 11 car that Corey Heim absolutely decimated the entire field with last year. Of course, at a super speedway, the results may vary, but it should be a fun one no matter. Also, the fact that Cletus is only coming from the 12th position means that we're going to have him at the front of the field after not too long here in this, in the short stages here. So they're getting ready for opening ceremonies. We are here and ready for this one. So welcome on in. We got 21 people hanging out in chat. Thank you for this as a portion of your very valuable time here with us as we are ready to go racing. On this day in 04, Carl Edwards and Randy LaJoy went full throttle down through the Daytona pit road. Shocking surprise that shortly after that, it was made an illegal move. All right, there we go. Ooh. There we go. All right, there we go. What did you think of last night's Twin 125s? They were pretty good. I will say I'm not the biggest fan of fuel saving races. So I will say I kind of wish that the duels were either a little bit shorter so they were going full out the entire time, or I wish they were a little bit longer, forcing them to have to, say if you either it's just one of those things where it's like, I don't know what else you could really do to the Cup car to try and not make fuel saving such an issue. But yeah, the fact that they were fuel saving for a decent portion of that made it kind of hard to take overly serious. Although I will say the fact that the four Roush cars were able to absolutely dominate was actually pretty fun. Majeski in the Menards car in the Menards number 88 after Alan Crafton drove it looks cursed. I have not actually seen the race. I was listening to qualifying on the radio, so I did not actually see Majeski in the Crafton number 88. But yeah, I'm sure it'll take some adjusting to get used to saying that. Oh yeah, Majeski's in the 88, not Crafton. Especially considering the same sponsor and everything. Alright, so there we go. Alright, so yeah, we're just chilling out here. We're getting ready for so they went to commercial break, so we are just gonna be waiting here. When they come back from commercial break, we will be getting the green flag to start this one out. Alright, there we go. I think the Spire trucks have a pretty good chance at this. Yeah, I mean, especially after I saw them in qualifying. McDowell and Hocevar both looked pretty quick, so I would not rule either one of those two out. That's for sure. All right, there we go. We got 16 people still hanging out in chat. And we're just chilling out here waiting for this one to get started. And say, actually, real quick, since we got some people hanging out in chat and we're just kind of burning time anyway, if Daytona is a rain out, what would you guys like to see? Would you guys like to see me still stream? Maybe do some video games? Would you guys want to see some other kind of stream, or would you guys like to see just no streaming? Just so I could either work on videos or potentially just be doing something else. But again, I'm probably gonna stream at least a bit because one, I'm not expecting that they're gonna cancel the race outright, but we do have enough of a threat of weather that it's worth at least talking about. Because let me just see what the updated weather says for Sunday in Daytona. Daytona Beach, Florida. 65% chance of rain on Sunday. So, it's not much, but there we go. Alright, so there we go. Again, they're showing off some of the star drivers like Travis Pastrana here. Alright, so there we go. Yep, there's getting everybody getting ready for this one. They're talking with Pastrana once again. As yeah. Come on, we need to get these guys in the helmets and get them in the car so we can go fast. Come on. Alright, so there we go. Alright, let me go ahead and mute that because I do not need that banging the entire evening. And we are here. I will say, I wish that, and obviously the two didn't work together on schedules, obviously, but but yeah, I wish that yeah, put NASCAR and Pokemon had both had big events this week because yeah, with Pokemon having their thing in with the European International, was up watching that before work this morning at 4 a.m. in the morning. But yeah, that was fun. There we go. All right, drivers climbing into their cars, and we will be getting ready for the command to start the engines. Yeah, Miss America and someone else as well. There we go. All right, so the engines are fired. We are ready to go racing, and let's throw another commercial break in because that's what Fox is probably going to do, right? Right? Let's see. We're just gonna have to wait and see, I guess. All right, so again, we're just chilling out here. Hopefully, everybody's having a good time. There we go. Yeah, we're just stretching out here. Hopefully, everybody's having a good time. All right, here we go again. We're just chilling out here. Hopefully, everybody's having a good time. There we go. It does not matter to me. The race is canceled on Monday. A lot of people have that day off. Well, again, I also have it off, so I will be streaming the race on Monday. If it happens on Monday, unfortunately, the weather actually looks worse on Monday than it does on Sunday. But I do not want to see it get pushed to Tuesday. But if the race does get canceled, I'm just curious as to what we're gonna end up. What you guys want to do to help fill out the rest of the time? Because obviously, if we go live, I've said it before. I don't like going live if it's not gonna be pushing at least an hour. I feel like the live stream, it's almost not worth it to have it. Occasionally, I can find an example where I don't end up doing that, like when I did the trial one. But yeah, there we go. Alright, yeah, there we go. We got 23 people hanging out in chat. Thank you guys for business last minute portion of your very valuable time here with us. Alright, there we go. Let's see. Alright, so they're back from commercial break. We got cars rolling on track. We're getting ready for this one. Welcome all in. Hopefully everybody's having a good time. All right, there we go. We're just chilling out here. Hopefully, everybody's having a good time. All right, there we go. I was messing with some stuff while we were waiting for this thing to get ready to rock and roll. They are talking with one of the drivers in the Ram truck. Hard to tell when they're all running Ram gear. It's like, okay, I'm guessing maybe that's Stewart. Yeah. Yeah, it looks like that is Tony Stewart as we are going to be getting ready for the Truck Series race. Alright, so here we go. Again, we're getting ready here. Let's get set and ready for racing here at Daytona. And there he is, Cletus McFarland, getting ready to roll off from the 12th position here. As we get ready to go racing. We're about to go ahead and talk with him, and yeah, he's a fun interview, I'm sure. Love to have him on the channel sometime if he wants, but alright, so again, we're doubled up, and yeah, oh wow, yeah, that literally is just Matt Crafton's truck with Majeski in it. Wow. So again, we got McDowell and Majeski on front row here. Majeski was your pole sitter, Michael McDowell on the outside of the front row. Then we got Tanner Gray and Carson Hocevar, row 2. Here we go. Alright, there we go. Alright, there we go. Again, we're just chilling out here. Hopefully, everybody's having a good time. Again, we're getting ready to go racing. We should have racing here shortly. They're going through the full starting grid. We already kind of did that earlier. Kind of surprised Mini Tyrell is starting so far back. Alright, here we go. Again, we're just chilling out here. Hopefully, everybody's having a good time. Alright, let's see. I really don't really like the RAM schemes. The number placement is so forward; it should only be a cup thing. I haven't really seen too many of the RAM schemes, so I can't really comment too much. But at least not until I've taken a good look at them. But yeah, there's a good chance you're probably right. Alright, here we go. Let's see. Boom. All the way there. Alright, here we go. Again, we're just chilling out here. Hopefully, everybody's having a good time. All right, there we go. Yeah, we're just getting ready here. Racing should be underway shortly. They're going through the full starting grid here. Man, Stenhouse is 38. What? Hmm. Here we go. So again, we got 20 laps, and the final 60 laps to the checkered flag. Again, green flag is a green flag pit stop pretty close to required in that final stage. Here we go. Turns banked at 31 degrees. Travel banked at 18. Backstretch barely any. All right, here we go. Ready for this one? Lights are off on the pace car. We should be good to go. All right, here we go. Pace car is off. Field in the hands of the 88. Let's go. All right, here we go. Let's bring some energy down to the green flag. Green flag is out. We are racing here at Daytona International Speedway. McDowell and Majeski, door to door, going down towards turn one. McDowell with the advantage. Gray in behind. All right, so here we go. I will say the good thing about the stages being so short is that we're going to have intense racing all the way through the stages, hopefully. So, yeah, Anthony Alfred. Oh, yeah, that's something we haven't talked about yet. Are they out the pits? Yep, they are on track racing here. McDowell just took the lead. But yeah, Anthony Alfredo just qualified and removed from the Daytona 500 Cup field. That's something that happened yesterday after we hopped off the stream. All right, here we go. Again, right now, McDowell out in front of the field. He's going to try and control the pace. Meanwhile, the rest of these drivers try and figure out how they want to try and make some passes here. Again, the one good thing about the trucks is they actually haven't had their plate racing ruined. So, and by ruined, I just mean the kind of lockstep that we end up in with the cup cars to the point where everybody's just kind of drafting around. All right, here we go again. Sorry. I feel like NASCAR has too many rules. I don't know. I mean, that's the problem is you have to have rules, otherwise, as I said, less rules you have, the chances of someone going out there and just spending their way to the top is going to be there. And I don't think any of us really want to bring back the days where the drivers who had the most money were the competitive drivers. Now, if that happens to be the chance, by the time they're here we go. Again, we're just chilling out here. Hopefully, everybody's having a good time. McDowell versus Hocevar at the front of the field is pretty good. I will say the one rule I'd like to see them maybe get rid of is I'd like to see them get rid of the rule where every team has access to everybody else's SMP data. All right, man. Again, I'm really tired here. But we are. Let's say, Majeski in behind Mike McDowell here. McDowell with a good run at the top of the racetrack, trying to make this one happen. The bottom rungs are already being spaced out. so here we go. We got 5 laps in. We're working our way through this one pretty quickly here. McDowell, Hocevar, Majeski out in front of the field here. That third line, though, starting to develop here. Here we go. All right, let's try getting a little bit more energy in this. Ooh, there we go. All right, here we go. Lane Riggs up 18 spots from the start of the race after a really bad qualifying effort for Lane Riggs. He is up 18 positions. Stuart Friesen up 10 spots from the start of the race. Ben Rhodes up 9. Daniel Hemrick up 9. All right, Taterhead, what part of the rules do you recommend that they start letting up on? And if a driver gets injured, say, whose fault is that? The person who made the rules lighter? Because if you make the rules lighter and injuries start to happen more and more, that is going to be a there goes Cletus. Cletus McFarland spins it out and already on for an exciting day as he tears up the infield grass. And yep, Cletus McFarland just got himself a really awesome souvenir from the Daytona. Alright, here we go. We're just man. So Cletus McFarland went around here. Not really sure what the exact issue was, but again, only 5 laps in, you'd be hard pressed to see a mechanical failure already. Alright, so there we go. Now let's see what actually happened here. Alright, man, again, I'm sorry. Yeah, man, Cletus McFarland going around this early though, that's a little disappointing. The fun guy. The question is whether or not he can really hang with the big guns at Daytona. So. Man. Surprised Bucky's doesn't have a team like your shirt. Yeah, well, I'm kind of surprised Bucky's doesn't sponsor a race team too. I could very much see them sponsoring a team with Texans. Alright, so there we go. Again, we're just chilling out here. Hopefully, everybody's having a good time. I could definitely go for another drink, so. While we're at commercial break, I'm going to go grab myself another body armor or two, and we will be right back down here. There we go. All right, I will be right back, guys. All right, we are back, and we are hopefully a little bit more prepared now. I only grabbed one. We downed that one really quick, and clearly I needed more. So got two more, and I got more upstairs if needed. So hopefully we'll have a good time here, and we'll be good and energized. But yeah, there we go. But yeah, there we go. All right, so there's Cletus McFarland climbing out of the truck on the in the grass there. I don't, as I assume he was going to need a tow truck considering the amount of grass that that thing brought up. I don't know if he's going to be able to re-enter the race or not. I don't think so. Even though the truck actually didn't have, had fairly major damage. So yeah, McFarland's debut ends very early with a crash here at Daytona. Rough there for the for good old Cletus McFarland, one of the biggest draws of the race. And he actually qualified pretty well when there just wasn't anybody else on track. Once he got other cars on track, whee, around he goes. There we go. Again, we're just chilling out here. Hopefully, everybody's having a good time. Alright, so there we go. McDowell's led 7 of the 8 laps so far. Hocevar led the other 1 lap. So there we go. And we're just chilling out here. Hopefully everybody's having a good time. And there's a Tony Stewart still in it. Yep. And Cletus had a 1-car spin. Nobody else collected, so it's a fairly harmless spin outside the fact that obviously it took out Cletus. Alright, so here we go. Again, we should hopefully be getting this one back up running here shortly. Again, Lane Riggs was one of the fastest movers in the early part of the race as he was up, like, I think they said he was up 18 spots within the first lap. Alright, so here we go. Yeah, we're just chilling out here. Hopefully everybody's having a good time. We're doubled up, ready to go back racing. Alright, here we go. Man, it is definitely a little chilly down here. Alright, a couple of drivers getting caught back up here, including the 42 of Travis Pastrana. Alright, here we go. Pace car. Lights are off on the pace car here. McDowell and Hocevar are the 2 lead cars here. Here we go. Pace car is going to be off. We're going to see it. Here we go. Green flag's out. Let's go. Hocevar and McDowell. Let's see if McDowell can go ahead and do something from the top spot here. Let's say, or if it's going to be the Alright, so here we go again. Hocevar jumps out to a lead here. He's going to start to block both lanes. You know, McDowell being one of them. You know, It is still a very long night. A very ironic thing because it is a very short race. But here we go. Hocevar and McDowell door to door here as the 88 of no, it's in that Crafton. The 88 of Invinger now is in that car, and yeah, it's gonna be telling him a lot of the same things it told me about. Hey Ram, can I have a quick word with you though? Can we not have the leaderboard sponsored by a yellow sponsor? As I say, with the flag conditions, it is a little confusing. Looking up, seeing that much yellow on the scoreboard, but having it not actually mean that it's on the scoreboard. Yeah, there we go. Again, we're just chilling out here. 8 laps to go in the stage. And they're working their way through this one pretty effectively here. I'm kind of curious to see what all the drivers do when they realize that there's no incentive for them to stay out for stage points. All right, man. Again, we're just chilling out here. Hopefully, everybody's having a good time. But yeah, 7 laps to go here. Still side by side for the lead here. Hocevar and McDowell, the two Spire cars, just controlling the front of the field, locking it down and making sure nobody's getting by them. All right, so here we go again. Tony Stewart not doing bad. He's just trying to get used to these trucks again, which is not easy when you've got. All right, there we go again. We're just hopefully everybody's having a good time. 6 laps to go here. Let's see again. This battle at the front of the field is actually very interesting. All right, man. Again, we're just chilling out here. Hopefully, everybody's having a good time. But yeah, man, this race definitely starting to fall into that 2 lane race where you don't have any. If you don't know what the other choices are, you probably. Man, again, we're just chilling out here. 5 laps to go in the stage. And again, you blink and you miss it here at Daytona with stage that short. 4 laps to go. 4 more times around. All right, here we go. The 2021 Daytona 500, the first one to be run under the pandemic, and yeah, again, everything was immediately goes yesterday. Oh, but yeah, here we go. Oh, man. Sorry, I'm just. So we got 2 Daytona 500 winners, a Cup champion, and Corey LaJoy on this graphic. That's pretty funny. All right, so there we go. Alright, so here we go again. 3 laps to go. We're working our way through this one pretty quickly, honestly. But yep, 2 laps to go. McDowell versus Hocevar at the front of the field. Pit road is closed. Pit road is closed. Alright, so here we go again. Right now we're working our way through this one. 2 laps to go. Oh, man. We say a lot of people starting to shift momentum here. Mike McDowell, middle of 3 wide now, has everybody around him is trying to just transition to being. Alright, here we go. Last lap. Let's see. Can anyone take this one from Hocevar at this point? Hocevar blocking up the track. Tanner Gray. Here comes Hocevar's teammate McDowell to the back bumper of Hocevar, trying to give him a good push here. Tanner Gray, the lone Toyota out in front of the field, gets a good push. Not going to be enough, though, as the 77 has help from the 7 truck. And that is going to be pushing him to the checkered flag first. Alright, so there we go. What? Oh, they're saying Tanner Gray won the race line there? Wow. I thought Hocevar had that thing by a country mile. Alright, Tanner Gray, your stage 1 winner over Hocevar, Eckes, Nemechek, McDowell, Honeycutt, Majeski. Here we go again. We're just chilling out here. Hopefully, everybody's having a good time. It will be all that way this weekend. 2 rows. 3rd row won't work. Yep. Stewart in the race. Yes, Tony Stewart is in the race. He was starting 15th, and given the fact that there hasn't been a whole lot of movement, he is probably. Oh wow, Brandon Queens made his way all the way up into the 11th position. Tony Stewart is currently 24th, so he did drop back in that in the early race panic. All right, there we go. Oh man, yeah, it has been a long day again, but we are here. We're excited for this one. There we go. so there we go. Again, we're just chilling out here. Hopefully, everybody's having a good time. All right. Well, Brendan Queen's gonna actually get up into the top 10. Let's go. All right, there we go. All right, let's see. All right, we're coming back from commercial break. All right, here we go. Let's see this race to the line. Are you? Oh, it was Hocevar. Carson Hocevar, your stage 1 winner. Let's go. Yep. Upon further review, Hocevar wins stage 1. Let's go. I know I was having a hard time keeping my eyes open, but I was pretty sure Hocevar had gotten that one. Oh, here we go. You know what, guys? I gotta mute my mic. All right, sorry. For copyright reasons, I had to mute my mic, but I had to hear what Cletus was gonna say, and honestly, major credit to him. He sounds like he's, and I got to give this to him because I heard it. I was listening to some of his because they were interviewing him as he got bumped out of the top 10 shootout at in qualifying, as he was on the bubble for potentially staying in the top 10. I was listening into him then. He sounds like he's gotten himself a lot more. He's taking this a lot more seriously than that initial Daytona. I was driving it like a bald eagle around here. Greatest driver that ever was. He feels like he's already kind of reined in some of the wildness, which is very much appreciated, because I think the more seriously the general fandom takes him, the more widely accepted I think he'll be amongst the hardcore racing fans. And as long as he keeps some of that personality, he won't turn off all of his own personal fans that he brought with him. So, all in all, gotta give it to Cletus. He did a great job with that interview. Hocevar, Tanner Gray, McDowell jumps up one spot with no tires. Okay, none cut. Somebody lost a lot of spots there because a lot of people jumping up exactly one spot. So only one person had a really bad run. Alright, so there we go. Alright, let's see. Again, the number of caution laps feels like we're going to see quite a few of them, but wait and see here. I could definitely use some kind of heater down here because it is definitely just a little bit cold. Alright, there we go. Alright, come on. Alright, so Sunday, 2:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for the Great American Race. Alright, there we go. Why is Logano in the booth? Trucks, they typically say the Truck Series typically rotates Cup drivers in the booth. So I guess it was Logano's turn. But yeah, I also I don't hate having as I actually have enjoyed some of the races I've listened to when Logano's been broadcasting. Now he looks odd again, as I mentioned. Without he looks a little bit odd without all the hair. But yeah, there we go. All right, there we go. All right, there we go. We're just chilling out here. Hopefully, everybody's having a good time. All right, and, oh hey, look, Dana White is up in the booth with Harvick and Logano. All right, so there we go. Yeah, we're just chilling out here. Hopefully everybody's having a good time. Again, there's still time with Dana White in the booth. I'm not overly worried about what Dana White has to say. All right, here we go. All right, here we go. Pace cars off. Let's go racing. Come on. All right. Here we go. Here we go. So we're green flag racing here. John Hunter Nemechek out in front of the field. Taylor Gray pushing him. So that's a couple of Toyotas in the front of the field trying to control it. Hemrick and Riggs on the inside, though, might have something to differ. Something to beg here, because Alright, so again, man, those Toyotas jump out to that lead, and now let's see if they can hold them off here. As, yeah, we're starting to get a little bit, these guys are going to start to get runs. Here comes Hocevar to the back bumper, or whoever that is, giving a good push. Maybe Hemrick, it might be Hemrick here. Gives a good push, but is Alright, here we go. Here comes Hocevar making a move around the outside. Here we go. That's the kind of move we want to see people be making. All right. So again, Hocevar to the outside of 3 wide here, trying to make something happen. All right, here we go. Again, we're just chilling out here. Hopefully, everybody's having a good time. I could really do with some sort of heater down here, or just wearing something longer, because yeah, this is definitely just a little bit chilly. Here we go. Again, right now, Taylor Gray going door to door here with Carson Hocevar. It's going to be interesting here for sure to see what happens. All right, there we go. Alright. Yeah, we're just chilling out here. Hopefully, everybody's having a good time. Half down, have to go through the stage already here as Taylor Gray is trying to take over this front spot from Hocevar. These two continuing to duel it out. 2 lines of absolute insanity here, just completely bogged down one after another. Toxicity. Alright, here we go. Again, right now, the 14 of Tyrell is starting to make his way forward a little bit. The 16 of and it says 16 making his way up through. Man, the font, the color font there is really rough. But yeah, that the 16 of Haley, you got the 20 of the 20 there, whose name probably doesn't need to be mentioned, and yeah. Also, Ram, can we choose some other color than yellow to maybe highlight significant drivers? Like either do it all in one color or have a different special color for it. Or even just changing the text to black to complement the white would be nice. But yeah, Brendan Queen and Tony Stewart are the other names highlighted here. 3 Dodge drivers inside the top 20. So yeah, here we go. Again, we are chilling out here. Hopefully, everybody's having a good time. Oh wow, we do we really drop to 0 viewers? Nobody. All right, well, guess I can just chill out and relax and have a good time, which we were already having. All right, man, you got a commercial break. We're just chilling out here. Hopefully, everybody's having a good time. All right, here we go. Again, we're just chilling out here. Hopefully, yeah. Again, I apologize. I'm really tired, but we are working our way through this one. We're at commercial break, so you're not. Well, we're all missing stuff, but you're not missing anything that I'm not missing. And yeah, we're just chilling out here. Yeah, for whatever reason, my concurrent viewers is saying that we have literally 0 people hanging out in chat. Oh, hey, we got a video call with our buddy. Oh, nope. Did it drop? I was gonna say we have a video call with one of our racing buddies. There we go. Oh, he's bragging about having 0 commercials. Oh, whoa, big rack. Yep, there it is. Big rack. And is that Tony involved? No, come on. No. Tony Stewart's involved in the wreck. Caution flag flies. Chandler Smith is here. Yep, there we go. All right. Yeah, no idea why my analytics were telling me that there was literally nobody here for like 5 minutes. But yeah, now it's saying there's like 5, 6 people here. But yeah, for a while it was just telling me, yeah, nope, nobody's here. But yeah, here we go. Let's see the replay, see what actually happened. Ooh! Just contact in front of him went wrong. Alright, so yeah, so it looked like maybe again, I have to see exactly what started this before I go ahead and try and make a comment on it. Let's see. Alright, so we're just chilling out here. Hopefully everybody's having a good time, but Man, the fact that we lost Cletus, and now Tony's got a damaged truck with 3 laps to go on the stage. This stage almost certainly going to end under caution. So yeah, there we go. All right, again, we're just chilling out here. Hopefully, everybody's having a good time. All right, there we go. So we got Chandler Smith, Lane Riggs, Majeski at the front of the field. All right, here we go. There we go. So yeah, Tony Stewart already 1 lap down for that one. As he is going to go ahead and wait and get that thing fixed up. He'll return in the next stage here as we're coming up on the stage end. Oh boy. Uh-oh. You know it's not good when Tony's quiet. Alright, so there we go. Again, we're just chilling out here. Again, we're expecting that the stage is going to end here under the cover or under the caution flag. We're going to come back from a commercial break, show the stage end, and throw it to another set of commercials, and we will be 3 caution flags and 40 laps in, with 13 of those laps being run under the caution flag. There we go. Oh, tire up for Tony Stewart as he tried to rejoin the pacing field. He's dealing with a tire rub here. Alright, here we go. We should be coming back from the commercial break shortly. Alright, again, we're just chilling out here. Let's see. Is Tony still going to drag race this year? That takes us a lot of money. It definitely could. He definitely could. Again, um, this thing for Dodge is essentially no. It's barely a blip on the radar for him because Dodge is, I believe, the one paying and fronting the bill for all this. So, yeah, stage 2 winner Chandler Smith. There it is. We were expecting that. There it is. Chandler Smith, your stage 2 winner with Riggs, Majeski, Gray, McDowell of the top 5, Nick Lights, Eckes, LaJoy, Nemechek, and Rhodes rounding out the top 10. There we go. So yeah, there we go. Yeah, we're just chilling out here. Hopefully everybody's having a good time. Again, this third stage, we are going to be expecting a pit stop somewhere around the middle of it. Hopefully, we'll stay green here. Tony Stewart done for the day. That is one of the Dodges. There we go. Alright, here we go. We're just chilling out here. Hopefully everybody's having a good time. Oh man, yeah, we are crashing hard here. Let's see. And the fact that we've already been 15 laps under caution is insane through a 40 lap stint. Nearly 1 in every 3 laps has been a caution. And we've only had 2 for contact. Ooh, there we go. Alright, let's go. Alright, there we go. Yeah, we're just chilling out here. Hopefully everything's having a good time. Alright, here we go. Come on, let's get this thing. Alright, pit road's gonna be open. We're gonna see everybody coming down pit road, topping these things off, because again, we want to get as far into the run as we can. But yeah, here we go. Road is open, and here they all come. Chandler Smith and friends down pit road. Alright, there we go. We're chilling out here, currently watching pit stops occur. Taylor Gray with a 17.2-second pit stop. Chandler Smith over 20 seconds here. They are really having a slow pit stop here. And Majeski and Riggs both look like they're on pace to at least get out in halfway decent times. Nick Lights takes 2 tires and jumps up 5 spots to the front of the field. Majeski Stenhouse jumps up 22 spots with 2 tires. Alright, here we go, here we go. We got everybody coming into the pits here. Ooh. Alright, here we go. We're just chilling out here. We're still under commercial break and caution flag, so you are not missing anything here as we are just chilling. Alright, let's see. Man, the fact that Nick Lights is gonna end up actually leading a couple laps is actually pretty incredible there. Here we go, here we go. Here we go. We're back from commercial break. We got drivers doing double dipping between Cup and Trucks. We got Stenhouse, McDowell, Nemechek, and Hocevar, all of which are still inside the top 20. And Stenhouse and McDowell both in the top 5 is actually pretty cool. All right, so there we go. Ryan, are you going to your local races this year? Probably. I'm not sure I'll be there every Friday night, but I'll probably be there a decent chunk of races. I haven't heard yet when season passes are going on sale or what the price on them is going to be. I'm hoping the price is going to be about the same as it was a year ago, but yeah. Yeah, there's a good chance I'll be up there for a decent chunk of races. Oh no. Why is Michael McDowell getting sent to the back of the pack? Alright, there we go. Let's see. Alright, here we go. We're back to racing. Green, 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 green flags out. We're back racing here. It's Lights versus Majeski. Oh man, that's not even a fair fight. Come on. Like, that's like bringing a knife to a tactical nuke fight. I mean, come on. Alright, Nick Lights, rest in peace, buddy. Alright, so here we go. Again, Majeski Stenhouse near the front of the field here. Lane Riggs also in that front draft. You know, all the outside line is definitely struggling here. Alright, here we go. Let's see. Again, we got Majeski, Stenhouse, Riggs out in front of this one here. Oh, we got some moving up to the top, though. Here we go. To the very top goes 62. That is John Hunter Nemechek. Oh, and they abandoned Chandler Smith down the middle. Alright, there we go. Alright. Again, we got Majeski, Stenhouse, Riggs. Andres Perez has actually gotten himself up into the mix. That's another one of those nice motorsports trucks. Butcher in the 13 has made himself known. There we go. So yeah, Nemechek leading that outer lane here, though. Him, Hocevar, and a bunch of others driving hard here. All right. Oh, there's Brendan Queen. He is now one of those guys in that outer lane, but it looks like there is a third lane trying to form to put them three wide here. All right, here we go. We got ourselves a decent race going here. 52 laps to go. We're going to start to settle in here. Hopefully, everything will be all good. All right, so there we go. Anchor up inside the top 10 for now. All right, good job. Corey LaJoy getting up into that mix as well. Again, the front drivers are doing a really good job of just minimizing the drama, holding the inside line, and just using that as a natural bug repellent. Go. Oh man. We are just chilling out here. Hopefully everybody's having a good time. They're talking with Tony Stewart, who is now out of the race. All right, so there we go. Again, just watching, watching a replay of the restart here. I think, or is this just, or no, never mind. Sorry, they just did they trying to figure out if this is a replay or not. No, this is no, never mind. That is actually live. As yeah, John Hunter Nemechek just drove up and passed the 88 of Majeski. Some great side drafting from Nemechek. And say side drafted like a master and just calm, cool, and collected past the entire inside line who had the preferred lane. All right, there we go. Yeah, again, that outside line starting to build up some momentum here, and that is going to be a dangerous combo because if that outside line is good, it's going to be really tough to beat them. So far, Stewart and McFarland are both out of the race, which is unfortunate that both of the stars of the show are out here. All right, so there we go. We're trying to. Oh, yeah, it's just showing some of these ones, but yeah. Let's see what we got going on over here. Alright, we're just chilling out here. Hopefully, everybody's having a good time. Again, we're just so we're at a commercial break here. Everybody appears to be all good. Hopefully, we don't miss hopefully, we don't miss a caution while we're at a full screen commercial break here. But this is an okay time in the race for a commercial break. Everybody's kind of settled in for the long run. All right, here we go. Let's see. What do we got? Man. Man. Whew, there we go. All right, let's go. All right, we're down 3 of them already tonight. Let's see if we can go any more here. All right, Echo Park Speedway, 1:30 Eastern next Saturday. That is unfortunate. I will not be able to do that one. I'm not sure if I'll do the Xfinity, the O'Reilly Auto Parts Series race next week, which reminds me I need to remember to have that new logo handy. All right, here we go. All right, so we got Hocevar back out in front, Nemechek second, Christian Eckes in third, and everybody's looking to try and jump out of line here. Since when is McDowell the aggressive one? McDowell's the one making the aggressive moves out of line. All right, here we go. Eckes down to the bottom of the racetrack. Now it's Eckes and the 2 Spire cars right near the front of the field. Spire goes to the bottom of the racetrack with McDowell. Hocevar does not go down there to match him, and oh, whoa! What on earth happened to Hocevar? Hocevar right in the middle of the pack and just got absolutely annihilated. And he goes around. Hocevar might have had a tire going down or something. He spins. Manages to let everybody else go by. And it looks like they're going to try and leave this one green. Give him a chance to try and get that one. Nope, caution flag flies. And yeah, yep, he had a tire going down. The 77 had a tire going down, jumped on the middle line, and got absolutely annihilated by everybody. Took out Tony on purpose. I don't believe that, but go right ahead. But yeah, they are taking a lot of the fun. A lot of the fun drivers have gotten knocked out so far. The only fun guys that got left are what, Queen and McDowell, and Stenhouse. Queen, McDowell, Stenhouse are the 3 most fun guys up front. Man, again, we're just chilling out here. Hopefully, everybody's having a good time. 22 lead changes, not bad. The fact that a fifth of the race has been under caution flag, and that's before we even get to the fact that the race is not over yet. All right, here we go. Again, we're just chilling out here. Hopefully, everybody's having a good time. Whew. But yeah, if I knew that McFarland and Stewart were going to get DNF'd as early as they did, I may have actually just decided to watch this one by myself and not stream it. But it's a bummer when guys go out way too early, but what can you do? All right. here we go. So Brendan Quinn. Oh, McDowell gets blocked. Oh no, McDowell gets blocked into the pit box. That's gonna kill his run. There we go. Alright, there we go. We're just chilling out here. Hopefully, everybody's having a good time. We're back under a caution flag, so you guys are not missing a thing here. All right, 4 drivers stayed out. All right, there we go. Again, we're just chilling out here. Hopefully, everybody's having a good time. Man, it is a little chilly. All right, we got World Baseball Classic getting ready to happen. All right, 39 laps to go. Again, this pit stop theoretically could probably get you to the checkers. It's going to be close, but you should be able to if you save fuel. All right, there we go. All right, we're going to be getting ready to go racing here. All right. So yeah, everybody down there. Looks like McDowell might have come back in just for some extra service. Get that thing pumped completely full of fuel since he got blocked in and was going to be at the back anyway. Everybody topping off on fuel here at lap 38. Or 38 to go, I mean. Alright. There we go. So yeah, Chandler Smith started 10th, finished stage 1 all the way back in 31st, won stage 2, and is now 19th. He's had a roller coaster of a day there for Chandler Smith. Go. There we go. There we go. All right, here we go. There's a lights are off on the pace car. We should be going green this next time by. NASCAR, can I ask where that outside line is? Did everybody choose the inside line? What? The entire field outside of the front 6 cars chose the outside line. Oh, here we go. Aggressive move to the outside. Nemechek already looking for the aggressive option here. Trying to make it 3 wide through turns 1 and 2 already. As we've seen Nemechek being aggressive already tonight a couple of times. So here we go. Powering their way through this one. Here we go. We're just All right, so yeah, I mean that entire restart felt very weird because again, the entire line was double file. Double file for the first 3 cars, and everything else was single file. It has worked out. We've got ourselves through and 3 wide here at the moment, but here we go. Corey LaJoie getting up into the mix here. Alright, here we go. And we're just chilling out here. Hopefully everybody's having a good time. Alright, 35 laps to go here. Yeah, right now I'm just real. We're kind of wiped out here. Up the middle, here comes Honeycutt. Caden Honeycutt trying to sneak up the middle here as everybody just kind of clogs up every possible way they can. Here we go. 34 laps to go here. Haley out in front. Tanner Grayson in third. All right, yeah. All right, we got 33 laps to go. Haley out in front of the field. 3 Toyotas behind him. Ruggiero actually up inside the top 5. There we go. Man, I am so cold. Let's say Ram and Justin Haley leading this field. Hopefully, this one doesn't spontaneously combust the way the other drivers ever before in this race been. Oh, man. Anyway, if we get another commercial break, I might run upstairs and just get myself a hoodie because I don't know why I'm so cold down. But yeah, it is really chilly down here. All right, here we go. Oh man, again, I am really tired here. 30 laps to go. All right, 30 laps. Come on. Right, we can make it 30 laps. And oh, we got contact. Uh-oh, somebody's in the wall having a tire going down. That's in vigor. Here we go. All right. All right, let's lock back in here. All right. All right, let's go ahead and see what we got here. All right, Haley up at the top of the board here. We got Tanner Gray behind him. Nemechek, Ruggiero, and everybody is all going good. All right. Should immediately be a flag. Oh, yeah, there it goes. Oh, there goes the 77 Hocevar again. Spins it down to the infield. He keeps it all looking like it's in one piece this time. Yeah, there's the caution flag again. I'm guessing this is what you were seeing. Mine was just delayed. Let me see. I'm all caught up on mine. I must just be behind, but it's one of those things, especially after the last time he had a flat tire. Ended up he couldn't get back around, so there we go, man. Man. Wow, this one has been a Alright, so we're actually doing pretty good. We're within 20 laps to go. We're getting close to the end here. Man. Please just friends just keep one group chat active rather than bouncing back and forth between like four of them. Man. We got a caution flag. I'm gonna go see if I can get a jacket or something real quick because it is. There we go. We got a little bit of something here. All right, 20 laps. All right, 20 lap race. 20 lap dash to the checkers. It'll be good to go. Let's see, just gotta double check some stuff. All right. Oh. Here we go. All right, got that all lined back up. We are trying to get through this again. I apologize. All right, here we go. We're we're back from. They're back from commercial break. Let's go ahead and try and lock back in here one last time here. Hopefully, this should be the last commercial break, and we've had plenty of yellows to get commercials in, and we're at 20 to go anyway, which should already be basically end of commercial breaks anyway. Alright, there we go. Yeah, we're just chilling out here. Hopefully, everybody's having a good time. Alright, come on. Let's get this thing rocking and rolling here. Got the track back on the screen after that. And all right, here we go. Lights are off on the pace car. We're ready to go back racing, and they are actually double file this time. All right, we're going back racing this time by. here we go. Light as a pace car is off. Green flags out. We are back to racing. All right, here we go. Green flag is out. Let's see if we can get this thing back underway and see if we can go green to the checkers. It's a 16 lap shootout here in Daytona Beach, and man, that 16 truck, the Ram truck of Justin Haley, just looks so unstable. All right, here we go. McDowell on his way to the front here as they make a couple of moves there. Yeah, everybody's just kind of getting stacked up together here. All right, here we go. We got Ollie Racing's number 16. We got the 88 of Not Crafton. And then we got Brendan Queen making some moves here. All right, here we go again. Tanner Gray out in front of the field here. We're making this thing work so far. 14 to go. All right. Again, these trucks, you just got to keep this thing going straight. We've only had 27 caution laps at this point. We're not going to make it to a. We're not going to make it to half. We're not going to make it to 50 this week, but. Here we go. Tanner Gray working his way up through this one. So he's going to show us a replay here. Oh! Someone got really loose in the middle there. I'm not sure if that was Stenhouse or who that was. Maybe it was Butcher, because it was a Ford, so it couldn't have been Stenhouse. But yeah, that top line is so disorganized, though. We got... Oh, yeah, there goes... there goes Hocevar. Hocevar just got himself turned on the front end of that truck. Not sure if we're going to see a caution for this or not. Looks like Hocevar is going to keep this thing going, and green. And it's going to say green. Alright, there we go. Chilling out here. Hopefully everybody's having a good time. We got about 10 laps to go. So we're coming up to we're coming up to 11 laps to go. But yeah, they're showing the replay there of Hocevar just getting spun there. Man, can we just have one situation where we can get this thing where Hocevar is not going to spin? But yeah, right now we got Toyota's 1, 2, 3, 4 here, but here comes here comes a steam train here coming in quick, led by Christian Eckes. That bottom line just came steamrolling through. Brendan Queen also a part of that inside line. just making something happen. All right, there we go. Again, we're working our way through this one. It's been a weird one, but we are here. Hopefully, everybody's having a good time. All right, so there we go. Freeway Insurance joined the took Geico's spot on the premier sponsors board. That's interesting. I don't remember when Freeway took that spot. Yeah, man. Right now, though, Tanner Gray holding on to that lead, but that inside line gave him, I think, a pretty good scare there a minute ago. And I would not rule out Eckes and Queen potentially being able to rebuild that one up. Oh! Michael McDowell trying to make something happen there. Jumped all the way to the bottom and just nearly got wrecked there by it looked like Nemechek was trying to block there. But yeah, here we go. Everybody's just popping out of line here. Again, McDowell gets shoved below the double yellow. Come on. 8 laps to go, and these guys are racing like it's 8 inches to go here, because there's a big block from Michael McDowell, an aggressive move back, but Michael McDowell to the lead of the race at least. Caden Honeycutt up to second. Christian Eckes fighting side by side with Eckes, Eckes and Honeycutt fighting side by side for second here. Let's say there is no way we make it all the way back around without a checkered. We don't make it back around to the checkered flag before there's a caution. Not with the way they're driving. Here we go, and here comes a big run on the outside for Eckes. Here we go. We're just waiting to see what's going to happen here. McDowell getting another good push here. This time from Honeycutt, trying to get back out in front after losing the lead for a split second to Eckes. Side-by-side duel here, 6 laps to go. If McDowell wins this will be insane. I'm all here for it. But these drivers, these cars are so unstable, though. I would be stunned if we get back around. Here we go. Oh no, Lane Riggs is back on pit road. 5 laps to go. Honestly, pit road might actually be the safest place for Lane Riggs to be, but let's say if these guys somehow do not crash, which again is against all odds, that pit stop ends up being the thing that puts you even further behind. All right, here we go. Come on. Let's see. What do we got? Come on. Oh, yep, there it is. There's a spin. It's the 1 car of Gray and a couple others. The 26 of Sutton. Not sure who the third truck is there also sliding. It is the 76 of who even is the 76? Spencer Boyd, I believe. Man, that is there it is. Spin and crash with 4 laps to go. We're going into overtime with Michael McDowell in the lead. Can we just call it now? Call it now, hand McDowell the trophy? Alright, so caution flags back out here yet again. And alright, come on. We got ourselves a short, it's gonna be a green white checker to the finish here. Let's see. There we go. Oh man, again, the one truck of Taylor Gray off the nose of the 88. Just, oh man. And just nothing they could have done there. Mini Tyrell also got into the fence there with that contact. So, yep, there we go. Yeah, again, just nothing Dawson Sutton could have done there. I'm not the biggest Dawson Sutton fan, but say, yeah, he didn't do anything to deserve that involvement in that crash. Yeah, we're just chilling out here. Hopefully, everybody's having a good time. All right, man. Yeah, we're just chilling out here. Funny that in Ricky Stenhouse Jr.'s very first Truck Series race, there's been a lot of crashes, and he's still not been one of them. I don't think. But yeah, I don't know if a green light checker favors McDowell right now though, because you got Caden Honeycutt, Justin Haley, so you've got you've got experience and you've got and you've got raw speed right behind him. Not to mention, there's 2 more Toyotas directly behind those guys. So, Caden Honeycutt's got friends. Here we go. We're just chilling out here. Hopefully everybody's having a good time. Let's see. Here we go. Going into overtime. 2-lap shootout. Next, say if we get to the white, next flag ends the race. We've been over this before. Had an overtime in one of the duels last night. Here we go. All right, here we go. 1 to green, 1 to green. All right, here we go. We're just chilling out here. Hopefully everybody's having a good time. I wish it was that warm here, but nope, it ain't that warm here. All right, here we go. Track and series record is 31 lead changes. We're at 30 right now. We're also at 30 laps under caution. Let's see if we can break that record. Again, I don't really want to see a lead change at the moment, though, because I like McDowell leading. We're just chilling out here. Hopefully, everybody's having a good time. All right. Here we go. Lights are out on the pace car. It's going to be pulling off here, leaving the field in the hands of McDowell and Honeycutt as we get ready to go racing here. Here we go. Green flags out. We're back to racing, and here we go. Honeycutt with the run off the top. He's got a good push. And he's got a really good push there from the 17 of Ruggiero. Ruggiero gave a great push. Here comes, to the bottom. Nemechek pops out of line, gives a good push to the back bumper of the 7 of McDowell. Here comes another renewed push here from Ruggiero, and we're going to tie the record. As here comes Michael McDowell. Oh! McDowell's going to wreck as they try to get it off of turn 4. Spins another guy out. The caution lights are not on. We're going to see the white. The white flag is out, and it is going to be a race that will end with a wreck, but no caution. They hold the caution flag. They keep it green, and it is Caden Honeycutt with the lead. Now the only shot to break the record would be for Ruggiero or Smith or Nemechek to come out of nowhere here. And here we go. Oh, and Ruggiero almost gets turned. Big push. Here comes Nemechek. John Hunter Nemechek through the smoke and the fire. And here it is. John Hunter Nemechek out in front of the field with a quarter lap to go here at Daytona. Puts a big block on Ruggiero. Giovanni Ruggiero puts a big block. Nemechek up to the top. Here comes Chandler Smith. After missing the Daytona 500 last night, Chandler Smith recovers to win. No, they're saying Ruggiero. Oh, yep. No, there it is, Smith. I was going to say, they're saying Ruggiero. Ruggiero was nowhere close. Well, close enough that he got second, but yeah, Smith had that one. There we go. Chandler Smith. There we go. Chandler Smith with a great run there at the very end. And you had no idea who was going to win that thing until the very end. Chandler Smith is your winner. So yeah, there we go. Chandler Smith getting to celebrate with his team after, again, as a heartbreaking loss in the Daytona duel. He was probably the most qualified car to take that spot from Corey LaJoie, but ultimately Casey Mears was just a little bit further up the grid. So yeah, what a finish indeed. Yep. Honestly, the runs were insane. The problem is they just couldn't. The drivers couldn't handle them half the time. So there we go. 32 lead changes, breaking the Daytona Truck Series track record. There we go. What a way to start the Speed Weeks races. We got the O'Reilly Auto Parts Series race tomorrow, where the podcast I'm on, the Lap Down podcast, will have a logo on the number 38 car of Patrick Emmerling. I'm going to be looking forward to that. Hopefully you guys are too. I believe that is a 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But until next time, hopefully you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys next video. Live stream, whatever you guys decide to do with the rest of your night. Have a great night, everybody, and goodbye. Glad that one's going to be earlier.